After focusing Evenepoel's overwhelming gold medal victory that made his wife complain bitterly on Instagram that her husband prefers to work hard on the bike rather than posing for social media photos like his fellow rider and former alcoholic Frenchman, the Paris Olympics have given us even more cringe with two historic victories in the mountain bike category. Those of Iliac Ferrand-Prévot in the women's category and Tiny Tim Pidcock in the men's. Two golds coming from two irregular trajectories, with preparations each more strange and ever more protected by the UCI president himself, Selfie Lappartient, who continues to make a fool of himself with his selfies wherever he goes. Here he is in Olympic images with his new best friend, Albert de Monaco, with whom he has already coincided, laugh amongst yourselves, in the Race of Peace at the Tour de France, and with whom he shares a fondness for admiring athletes totally doped to the eyebrows. Subscribe to the channel for more cycling videos, and now let's start talking about our friend, Iliac Ferrand-Prévot. Now, the name Iliac Ferrand-Prévot is not by chance. After crushing all her contemporaries at just 22 years of age in every possible discipline and winning every possible rainbow jersey, the beautiful Pauline was copping sexist magazine covers with Marion Rousse before they both got contacts that would lift them to positions of power. Well, she suffered a setback in her career when she tried to succeed in winning the Giro d'Italia in 2015. All of a sudden, the powerful Rabobank rider, who had humiliated all her rivals and road, mountain bike and cyclocross, became a liability, winning absolutely no road cycling events, not since 2015, with just 2 minor cyclocross wins in the last 9 years to break that run. Of course, she was still popular thanks to her past as a star athlete, and also her beauty, which attracts extrovert, outgoing fans on her social networks. And she still enjoyed good contacts for being enrolled in the most powerful team of the epocha, Rabobank. But she spent literally 2 seasons out of the game, with no results, not even in mountain biking, with the world bronze in 2017 as her best. Then she understood what was going on. Her legs were hurting. She was suffering too much when pedaling the mountain bike. She even acknowledged that treating herself with steroids out of competition might alleviate those pains. And so she decided to have surgery on her iliac artery. Now, this operation was a classic procedure performed in the 1990s by many riders, some of them totally doped to the gills with EPO. We're talking about men like Nicola Minali, the sprinter, treated by Michele Ferrari, Javier Mullion, the climber, treated by Michele Ferrari, or Angel Edo, the sprinter, treated by Eufemiano Fuentes. At only 25 years of age, Ferrand-Prévot was suffering from a blockage of the iliac vein that was so detrimental to blood transport that she had to widen the vein to increase and improve performance, despite sacrificing several months of the season to it. Once she succeeded, well, like all those dopers of the 90s, failed for 4 years and hadn't realized why, despite being treated by the best doctors in women's sport, she immediately regained her former level, at least in mountain biking, and so began her second golden age, although only in that single discipline. She quickly returned to the top in the Mountain Bike World Championships, while the French press drooled over a new story of hagiographic overcoming, praising Iliac Ferrand-Prévot for returning to the top after 4 years of crawling along, even overlooking the fact that in 2020 he returned once more for another operation for iliac endofibrosis, a seemingly recurrent condition in the case of this heroine of the French populace. As if she were Jean Valjean fighting for the interests of the French people in the face of scarce financial support of the French Cycling Federation, as if she did not earn large sums of money at Sky, Iliac Pauline won 4 world championships in 5 years and 1 more in the new discipline of gravel for good luck, making her a champion in 4 different modalities. Now, of course, enrolled in the ranks of the Sky team, where she met her current partner, the podcaster Dylan Van Baal, whose trajectory is becoming ever more similar to Pauline's and who claims to aspire to want to do something big in these Olympic Games. Very ambitious. But how did the French champion prepare for the Paris Olympics of 2024? Well, after failing in previous Olympic Games without even making it to the top 8, Pauline Ferrand Prevot decided to isolate herself from the press, from the fans, and even from her boyfriend's horrible podcasts to try to win the only piece of cake that she was missing, an Olympic gold. Miss 5% went into hiding to perform stealth preparation, as she has been taught by Sky and Tiny Tim Pidcock, hiding for months without anyone but Van Baal and a few others knowing that she was even alive. And coincidentally, she also contracted the cursed COVID-19 that has afflicted the little British multi-tool. Now, this case of rotten luck prevented her from even trying to revalidate her World Gravel Championship title. A complete disgrace, as you can see. But once more, back in action again, Iliac Prevot was in top form. On a circuit made for her characteristics and with the French government's support, as the popular Twitterist Uli Flume tells us, remembering those pitiful episodes of the Spanish in Barcelona, the Chinese in Beijing, or indeed the British in London, Ferrand-Prévot literally swept the Olympic mountain bike event, setting the best time on 6 of the 7 laps of the circuit on that rigid bike. Surreal images, practically not opening her mouth to breathe. Her second lap was so quick, she took almost half a minute off her rivals, making it clear from the start who was going to win and how they were going to win, by pure, unadulterated crushing of the opposition. It was the race of her life. Just as our dear Slovenian alien Poggy does in the Tour de France. She decided to crush the others even more, taking almost a 3-minute lead. Because, well, if I'm travelling first class, no one else is coming in the buffet car. With the whole crowd shouting, "Allez les Bleus!" from the stands, the French finally won something in cycling. It's taken 40 years, but still. And there, to celebrate the moment, was Selfie Lappartient. Incredible, friends, yes. The UCI president showed his clear favouritism for his compatriot, as he had done months earlier with multiple other athletes. He was even crying with Iliac Ferrand-Prévot on the podium, an image never seen before in the history of cycling, and shows that he is totally rotten from the top down. Not even Hein Verbruggen, who received good money from low-cost Lance to cover up positives and was able to go on a trip to Brazil or Cuba or somewhere, not even he had such a genuflecting behaviour towards a professional cyclist. Vomitous, isn't it? And so it's impossible to think that one day any additional truth or facts about Ferrand-Prévot will ever be discovered, even if she won with a TUE shiny clean in hand. And so it's on to her next goal, already revealed, to return to Rabobank to win the Tour de France, directed by her friend Marion Rousse. Does anyone doubt that she will be successful? Even if it takes a third iliac operation to get that yellow jersey. This sport, full of plugged-in, well-connected people, there's no answer, there's no solution. Although Ferrand-Prévot's teammate at Sky, Tiny Tim Pidcock, he did have a few solutions. But that will be in the next video, if you want it, of course. Let us know in the comments. And for now, while you're here, stop by that video on the screen. You will love it.